From NCH myHealth, living longer, happier, healthier lives, because your health matters. By NCH employees, for NCH employees. Hi everybody, and welcome to Legs Up the Wall 101. This is a video tutorial to, number one, address the topic of legs up the wall, the benefits of it, and then also to show you how to easily and safely transition in and out of the posture so that you will be able to really reset yourself at some point throughout the day. Now, who can practice this? For me, it should be anybody, no matter what your age, no matter what your body type, and you do not have to be a yoga practitioner in order to receive the benefits of this posture. It is for anyone. So that's the first thing. Now also, space-wise, whether you've got 2 feet of wall or you have 200 feet of wall, you don't need a whole lot of room. And I chose to film this in my studio office at home because I do have limited space in here. I've got a window here, I've got closets over here, I've got a picture behind me. However, the space that's left is enough for me to transition in and out of legs up the wall for a full body reset. Now, when it comes time for the benefits of legs up the wall, now 5 minutes is minimum, 20 minutes is ideal for that full body reset. But no matter how much time you have for this posture, because your legs are up the wall, you're going to have an increased lymphatic drainage. So because your legs are, draining in the opposite direction, your blood flow is going to come back down into the torso, back into your core, which is going to help with your digestion. The way that your legs rest atop the pelvis will help to reset the pelvis, which is one of the reasons why I've loved it so much over the years, because it's helped me with my sciatica, which if anybody has sciatica, you will love, love, love this position. Now, for the being side of it, it's going to help to reduce your stress, it's going to help to alleviate tension, it's going to help to alleviate swelling in your ankles and feet for being on your feet for hours and hours at a time, which as hospital employees, I'm sure many of you are on your feet for hours at a time. So very important. That general aspect alone is well worth the investment in time. Also, when it comes time for balancing, as I said, it helps to relieve stress. So it helps to increase the parasympathetic and reset the parasympathetic, which evens out the sympathetic and rebalancing the autonomic nervous system. So again, a really good reason for practicing this. Now, to get into the posture and out of the posture is the next part of this video. So blank wall. Now, as for what you should wear, it doesn't matter what you have on. As long as you have clothes on, well, if you're at home, who knows what you're going to do. But if you're doing this at the office or at the hospital, whatever you're wearing, I just would take off your shoes so they don't make any marks on the wall. So whether you have socks, stocking feet, or bare feet is entirely up to you. Please check with your environmental requirements of what you should or should not be having on your feet at the time. But you want to keep your wall as clean as possible for afterwards. So now when you come up to the wall, you want to come up, now I'm right dominant, and I'm also choosing to come up on the wall with my right side because, number one, I want to face the camera in order to film this. But when you come against the wall, like right now, my right hip is literally kissing the wall. Not just touching, but kissing the wall. And that's extremely important because by the time I transition to my feet up the wall, my bottom will be literally smack dab against the wall. And that's the reason why you want to have this, is because you want to alleviate any kind of stress on your knees, okay? So my right hip is kissing the wall. I'm going to come down onto my elbow and then slide in closer to the wall. So now my right hip is basically pressing against the wall. So this is a real intense kiss I've come in for. So as I lower my torso down to the floor, I'm going to come onto my left shoulder, and then from here, to come up into this posture safely, I'm going to slowly walk my feet up the wall and allow my weight of my torso to come around and be a straight spine as I extend my legs up the wall. So right now, my bottom is in direct contact with the wall. Now, if you've gotten this far and you need to adjust, you can just easily come down onto your feet, and then lift up, and then wiggle your bottom so you are kissing that wall nice and close, okay? Very important for the knees. Then from here, just extend your feet straight up the wall. Now, if you happen to go onto the internet and look up legs up the wall, a lot of times you're going to see people with their legs crossed like this, you know, reading their a book, or you know, looking at their cell phones. But my recommendation for a whole body reset is put the phone down, uncross the ankles, and allow the legs to be hip width apart. Your heels are against the wall, my calves are touching the wall, the backs of my thighs are away from the wall, my knees are just a little bit away, and then as I come down the wall here, the top of my thigh, my buttocks are against the wall completely. Now, how do you know that your feet are hip width apart? And this is extremely important, is if you can put your two fists side by side like this and put them between the forward balls of your feet, that is actual hip width apart. So you have a straight line from your feet straight down through the knees and down into the pelvis. So the top of the femur is resting in the pelvis, allowing the full pelvis to reset itself. This is great for sciatica, like I mentioned earlier. Now, what to do with your hands while you're here. Like I said, you put your cell phone away, so you're going to allow your hands to extend away from the body. Spine is nice and straight. And then from there, you can leave your hands like this, or you can bring your hands up and rest one on the navel point and one on the chest, so you stay in touch with your breathing. Now, I do encourage you to tune in to the practice that I put together for you as well. It's 20 minutes in length, and this way you can completely let go and reset yourself. So to come out safely and effectively out of legs up the wall, you're going to bend the knees one at a time, your feet come back to the wall, and then you're slowly going to walk your feet back down the side and allow your torso to roll over naturally. Do not force. Come down to your side, take your opposite hand, press into the floor, and slowly come back up onto your hands and knees. And then from there, you can reset yourself and be fully in charge again and recharged from having that time that you've made for yourself, resetting with legs up the wall. So thank you for tuning in. Next up is the actual experience, so please join me for that, and have an awesome, awesome day, and may peace prevail.